you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the...
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. 2 teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nix going to give to Harvey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 67 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost like in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Throwing now, Ward. Ward to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Ward. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At their
Up the middle they go. Newberry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Newberry. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Nix from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and long.
Throwing Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3rd down and 13.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now it's Nix. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other down the field. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Broncos.
To throw, here's Ward. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6.
To throw is Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try it now with Harvey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, he just falls forward.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Nix. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Off the bootleg, Ward. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Ward. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And even 100 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And it is still early. just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
On first down, back to Harvey. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. You talk about this Lions defense.
Well, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's try to get to that number 1 spot.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. Newberry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Ward. That is caught. There's some space here. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for our Lions. First down.
And he's going to use his legs here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Newberry. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. From the 41. Here's 2nd down and 7. Ward. Wilson's got it complete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
A gain of 7. First down, Detroit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. That's another.
Ward now working out of the gun. To the left side, he finds Slaw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 and the 6.
It's a gain of 3.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup. And the Lions are going to have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Detroit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and
they'll run again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now he's got it. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
111 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once more with Harvey.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He's got him in wide open, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On the ground with a tight end. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Not a major surprise on 3rd down that they go with the heavy personnel, just trying to push the pile forward and get the first down, but they don't get it.
Here we go on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
1st and 10
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
up there. Touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
A gain of 7 yards.
From the gun, here's Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 4. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
At the 20-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. Bates' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And that is incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. It is, well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest. So we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing now, Ward. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
2nd and 6.
They go play action with Ward. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Ward.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
It's a gain of 5.
Nix to the air. They'll swing this out to Harvey.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
Detroit back in possession of the football.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, here's Ward.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And Denver getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, Harvey.
And they can't bring him down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
167 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Harvey.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
A handoff. Here's Harvey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. To throw is Ward. Throwing to start the drive. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Ward. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3.
Throwing Nix. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. So out now come the Lions. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 3. At the 47.
Throwing right, and that's complete. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down.
Throwing is Ward. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Nick Bonito in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? Is that what's going to go around the league and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Complete to Garrett Wilson. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Ward from the gun on third down. Going right back to Wilson. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
To throw is Ward. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
A 5-yard
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a third and goal. Here's Ward. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Denver's offense now set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, they start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw is Nix. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Brings up third down and 9.
To throw, here's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Ward. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Open man right side is St. Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 5. Nix going to keep this himself. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, it's Estime. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
That's good. Broncos. 1st down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has. Any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Ward.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
In motion goes the tight end. Off the RPO, he completes it.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3.
42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Straight ahead, Estime.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
It's third down and 5.
Looking to throw. Nix.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. They'll hand it to Estime.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Peyton Wilson on the stop. That's a gain of 3. It's
operating from the gun. Nix.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
The 20.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Now second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
On the give, it's Estime.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
For the lead, here's third and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here it is, fourth and goal. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my second or third day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for Detroit, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.